Mute it. Oh god.
This game is so bad.
But
All
god,
right.
it's so bad.
I'm ready to go.
Yep. All right, yeah.
All right.
Tell me when. Count down.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and we're off. So this is John Connor.
Wait, what?
No, this is Kyle Reese.
Yes.
All right. The platforming in this game leaves something to be desired.
There's a great video on YouTube by Displaced Gamers which explains why the platforming is so bad. The game is calculating your position based on a pixel, one pixel.
That's in between my legs.
In the middle of your character. So like, you know in Mario, Mega Man, where you can have kind of a foot on an edge of a platform and the game considers you on the platform? This game does not make that compromise. It's just like, oh, if your whole body's not on it, fuck you, you're dead.
Landing, you know what I mean?
And, right, there's a landing.
You can both land on a platform and fall at the same time. You'll clip into the floor and then fall because the game checks to see if you're landed and then checks to see if you're falling in that order. So it'll look like you made it, but you actually didn't make it,
so the
and
math,
you'll die anyway.
Right, so it's a sequence of determinations. First if you've landed, second if you fall. It's bad.
Also, I'm turning around every second or so because every time you change direction, it despawns enemies. So that's how I can get through areas without having enemies spawn in front of me. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was scary.
To be honest, I've never really played much 2D games.
Yeah.
Well,
Certainly don't start with this.
Don't start with this.
So the grenades obviously are in a really weird arc.
This is usually where people like stop playing this level.
And you throw in like a weird like clock-like way. So you have to angle your grenades. Oh my god.
I don't have any more grenades. This could be a problem. Can I even do this without grenades? Why did I do this to myself?
Life will find a way.
Not in a field of human skulls.
Well, we gotta do this slow way.
What's really awkward too is that there's a falling animation or a landing animation where his legs are bent and it just looks really bad.
Well, the gyration looks weird. Almost like he's like crouching to jump.
Yeah.
All of it's just cursed.
His knees bend and it just looks really awkward. So there's this weird vehicle level here now.
Is that auto scorer?
Not really. I have to deal damage, or he's just gonna keep
so
shit.
no.
Yeah, I have to attack that, and now I gotta attack this robot.
At least we have different music.
You consider this music?
You guys are full of this. This is a great game. I don't know. It's better than I thought it would be.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
The vehicle thing seems cool.
You got me anyway. Okay. What was that?
What was that?
What was that? That was an enemy. He's
never
not supposed to
seen it.
spawn in that. Oh my god! Did we find a new glitch?
I've never seen it.
I've never seen that in my life. He bumped
Literally
into my...
never happened before.
Wait, look. My health is kind of glitched out, right? The top.
It's full, isn't it? Or it's
What's
over.
next to my life counter? It looks fucked up.
It's like overfilled. Well, now it went down.
Oh yeah.
It looks wrong. What just happened?
Something
we just
really
found-
weird.
running
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
it was glitched out.
Okay, that was worth it just for finding that. What the hell just
What the
happened?
fuck happened?
I've never seen that in my life. I swear
the
on God.
Why would it
Classic.
spam a stage enemy in the driving section?
It's not supposed to be there.
Yeah. It was an orange Terminator, I think.
Yeah, the colors were wrong.
That's so weird. All right, well.
All right, in this section, I don't have a gun. I just have like fists and kicks. And it turns out if you use a melee attack right before you land, it'll cancel your like landing lag because you just stop moving every time you land on something. So that kind of mitigates that a little bit. Oh, of course. All right, we made it. Sweet. All right, so these sections are pretty boring. You just walk down the hallway and make sure to turn right for at least a frame, and that'll make sure nobody spawns in front of me. Very cool. You guys remember this from the movie?
This is my favorite part of the movie, where you're in a mall with baseballs on the ground.
You can throw the baseballs at the cop and it'll stun them for like 1 second. Very useful.
I do that in real life all the time.
My God. Jesus.
I think this is a mall. Out of my way, copper.
Yeah, you just walk up to their face and then do that. This is a cool
They're
skid.
just shooting at you. You're just like,
Yeah.
Just take
Yeah.
it.
Your guns are no match for these fists.
All right, I'm just going to tank this one, I think.
Do you have enough health for that?
Yeah. Very exciting gameplay. All right, we're done.
All right.
Now for the best driving level
Oh,
ever.
Jesus.
oh, here's another one.
There's another.
a
This
different
time,
mechanic.
this time I
Oh.
drive.
Get
That was
in,
a different view.
get in, losers.
We're going shopping.
We're going shopping. Except
Listen to music.
it's Flight of the Bumblefuck.
Flight of the Cockroach. And there's a number going down
guys
on the
are
left
funny.
side. The longer you drive, the more that number goes down. That you just have to get that to 0 to
Is
end
this
the
in a
level.
city?
It's supposed to be a city, but every block
Yeah,
is
it's
the same.
unrealistic. It would have been nowhere to park, you know?
The same green car comes out of the left every 3 seconds.
Get in, losers. We're
Same.
gonna get terminated.
Same guy's going around looking for
I
parking.
died.
How did you
He
die?
got me at the end.
Oh.
We got to repeat the run.
We have to
We
redo
got to
it.
get to see it again at Game Over. For real.
You game over?
He shot me as it faded out. As it faded out, he shot me, and I lost all my health. And I
That's
died.
cursed.
So what? You have to start over now?
Yeah, I have to start over.
So we wasted 7 minutes of our lives,
Did
but that's
Did you
okay.
pause the timer?
Yeah. All right, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 3, 2, 1,
That was a practice run.
go. We have to do it again.
Damn. Well, that's just.
Hey, you
goes to
can't
show
reset. That's cheating.
We're a bunch of cheaters here.
Well, at least we get to talk more about what makes Terminator.
There's no,
great
like,
movies.
life or what? You just...
So what happened is I died in level 1 when I was doing that grenade section. And then I died somewhere
Okay,
else.
okay. It wasn't just, like, one life and you...
Yeah.
No, it's 3 lives, but I lost 1 in the grenades, and then I don't quite remember where the second death happens.
Was it where
Um,
you hit that guy at the end of the level with the car? No?
Yeah. So I did that driving level, and that robot killed me.
Oh, the
yeah.
one
Oh,
you
yeah,
never
you
So
seen before.
then the other driving level, I lost another life, so that's 3 lives.
Yeah. Shit.
You could just die so easily in this game.
Yeah. Why would kids want this? Also, why are kids watching Terminator? Like,
What do you
it's
mean?
Pretty adult.
Apparently, Matt
Is it?
Hopkins like
I think it is, yeah.
Dude.
Shades of Fester's Quest. You have no fucking idea.
All right. Well, I'm glad this run is so cursed. It's so entertaining. We saw that glitch, man.
Yeah.
What even was that?
We'll rewatch it. I don't know what.
Maybe you can figure out new tech for this.
I think it worked. It
Yeah.
hurt though.
Is
It-
that
it,
the-
was a
it-
hindrance.
Oh, excuse me.
I hate the way he jumps so much.
Every time he, like, lands, it looks like he's taking the dump for a split frame.
It does.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You said taking a dump.
Yes.
One singular dump.
Seems like the theme.
No, it's like a frame dump.
He squats.
It's like
He
the-
squats when he
Yeah,
jumps.
yeah, it's just like...
Every time you
So
land.
brief.
Oh, and that posture too.
Yes.
The way his legs are.
The bent knees.
This is so
You know, it
cursed.
unkinks your colon.
This section is so hard. All right.
So see, he has a long throw and like a
Right.
short throw.
Right.
Yeah, the longer you hold the button down.
This would have happened at the last run if he kept his grenades. Just so much easier than the gun.
Gundam.
Which angle's so weird.
Okay, those are good throws.
Nice.
All right, so this time I don't have to spend that much time on the robot since I have health. I couldn't describe to you how to control this. You're just shooting and hoping that it hits.
It's
pretty
like
much.
if Excite Bike had no physics that made sense.
And for this strategy, if you have health, you just hold the button down. That's the best way to handle it. And that's it.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So that works.
Well,
All
no
right,
glitch.
No glitch this time. Look at this platforming section. Look at how...
What are these?
Oh my
These
god.
bamboo spears coming out of the ground? What even is this?
This is a Kaizo level.
Yeah.
Did
This
you,
is Super Mario Maker.
did you miss the health? Yeah.
I don't need it. The level's over. Let me tell you, as a kid, doing that tight platforming is impossible. That's fine. This is turn left simulator.
My favorite.
Why are you like going backwards all the time like that? So just
So if I turn around for at least one frame, it'll prevent enemies from spawning in front of me. Enemies only spawn in front of your character, like where you're facing. So if I just face left too long, something's gonna spawn ahead, and then I'm gonna have to jump over it. I just want to avoid doing that.
it's so weird.
So every time I scroll the screen a little bit, I just gotta turn around just for a frame. Just tap right. See, because I was facing left, that dog spawned.
It's just a dog. What's the worst it can do?
Oh, don't say that. It can do a lot. Oh my god! There you go. There you go.
Alchemaz willed that into existence. I love it.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? Holy shit! But my health resets.
Why is the dog just more deadly than like the literal
The cop.
cops
The cop
with
is
machine
less deadly.
guns?
It was a police canine unit.
Yeah, the dog is just vicious.
It's just more vicious than a gun.
At the end of that hallway, you saw an escalator. You can jump into it, and that'll trigger the next part.
Yeah.
This time, you see the same escalator, but you can't jump into it. You have to climb this one.
God.
I don't know why. 6 punches. Oh, man. Well, at least no deaths this time.
Yeah.
There we go.
That last run got terminated.
You are terminated.
Give these people runs.
Give these people extra time. We are behind schedule.
You're behind schedule. I have places to go. I got the hot shit in the chamber.
Yeah, you could do that to get around him. All right, back to the driving. I can't believe he actually got me last time.
He terminated you. And humanity was lost as a result.
Yeah, imagine the future being completely destroyed
I was
just
just
because of that.
On my
one death.
playground swinging away.
And then you
minding
saw
my own
a
business.
white hot flash.
A white hot flash, and my fucking bones melted.
Shout outs to anyone who got traumatized by Terminator 2.
Again, why was that a kids movie?
Specifically the nuke scene where everyone
You know,
melts.
The late 80s and early 90s were a great time for adult movies
Yeah.
just somehow being kids movies, like Jurassic Park.
The part in RoboCop where the guy melts.
Where
the
they
part in Raiders of the Lost Ark where all
Where
the Nazis
the
melt.
Nazis melt.
Yeah, that's not traumatizing at all.
Any of the deaths in Jurassic
Yeah, that part. They made a Lego game out of it. So how bad can it be?
Right, true. That is very true. Oh my god. Well, here, this is a very weird moment where
Yeah.
you need to get this warning placard.
This police station is a maze. And in order to find the way out, you have to grab this yellow item that looks like a box.
I think it's a faceplate for a Game Boy Micro.
and then you
Sounds like
throw
the
the
legal
box
system.
there, and then you make the gap, and that's how you beat the level. I had to look up a fucking guide to figure out how to do that.
And now we have another
Another
horrible
driving section. This time it's longer. And the Terminator's motorcycle is extremely erratic. If you bounce off a wall, you don't lose any speed, so you got like that
You
happening.
just go like that. You're fine.
You're like in a ping pong machine. He like loves to get in your way and slow you down.
This was me driving to get here today.
oh my god.
Just doing 90-degree turns in my car.
When I crash into a wall, you just do a 90-degree turn without losing speed.
I'm
or
driving
momentum.
Alan's
That
car.
would make
I'm driving Alan's car. This is his red car.
that would make things a lot easier.
Yeah. Sorry, Alan. I may have hit
I'm
a
trying
few
to figure out if
curves.
the timer stops if you stop.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
so
it-
it's distance more than it is a timer.
Yeah,
which is
it's
really
distance. It's measuring distance.
Weird. Yeah.
All right, we lost another life
Oh my god.
How can you even tell?
because
there
my
is a
health ran
Are you gonna
out.
die again?
I did die again, but I respawned instantly. Because in driving levels, you respawn instantly. This game is not something that people thought out in advance and were like, "Oh, let's make it like make sense and good." Like no one was thinking that. It actually says Bethesda Softworks at the beginning, so Bethesda can explain this one, not me.
Todd Howard.
Oh,
Todd Howard, have you played this game?
finally we're out of that shit. So there's another warning placard that's part of the background that you can jump on.
Dude, get out of my way! Get out of my way!
You just jump
Kyle
around
just
him.
needs to jump over the Terminators. That's the key to. Terminators can't jump. What is even that?
I'm trying not to take slime damage. Oh
So
god.
I'd say careful with your health.
Shout out to the slime from Mega Man 2. We'll see that later.
Probably gonna die.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm so
All right.
nervous.
Quiet time.
You can't make that earlier cycle, so don't even try.
All right, this is the final section.
All right, last section of the game.
So
I
he has
think
to-
we're in the clear.
Yeah, he has to lure the Terminator over to him and get him in the crusher, but in the worst, weirdest way you
It
can
doesn't make
imagine.
any sense.
Yeah. Also,
All right, get ready on time.
Yep.
And time. We did it.
Nice. All right, let's go.
That's your end screen. Congratulations.
Yep, save Sarah Connor. You're dead, technically, in this part of the movie.
And then that's it. That's back to the title screen. It's over. That's all you get.
Nintendo, how
No,
did you
there's no
license-
credits.
There's no
No
credits.
credits.
credits. No.
We're still at the beginning.
No. No.
Well, that's. I guess it's that opening screen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, check this out for credits. It just says Mindscape.
Wait, they just don't credit any of the developers?
Created by Radical Entertainment.
So Bethesda,
Okay, they do
Oh, there
credit.
you go.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do.
Executive producer Ian McGee.
We should look up these people on LinkedIn and be like, what the fuck?
Hey, what the fuck is your problem?
I wanted to do that with some terrible video games soundtrack thing. He's like an actual, somewhat respected composer, but he just made this awful thing, so I cannot respect him.
Yeah.
Most likely, he doesn't even remember making it. He was probably just fucked up at the time.
Well, that's a weird claim, and to make him
All
look
right, so-
better.
All right,
That's enough.
we'll be back with one